Alright, we're back. It's episode 30,
Still in the submarine.
woohoo, of the Cheap Thrills podcast.
You have to do that every time now. The little woohoo!
No,
little
no. I'll save that for special occasions.
Okay.
Anniversaries.
Yeah.
Weddings, bar mitzvahs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cheap Thrills podcast, episode 30. You have me, Rob, and you have Raven. You do say hello.
Hello.
Apparently this is Rob's new game. He points to someone and says someone else's name.
And we have Graham.
Hello.
And we have Adam.
Hello.
Gordon Bennett, you lot are rubbish.
Stop trying to
changing
trigger
the
you.
rules every
Yeah.
week.
What rules?
Rules are rules.
I said hello when I was supposed to.
You did, well
Yeah,
done.
but to
Oh,
be
thank
fair,
you.
he pointed at you and said Graham.
Well,
Yeah,
I wasn't
but
even
na-
looking at
Alright,
him, I
look,
just heard the
now,
word.
Okay.
now everyone that's listening to this knows that you're not allowed to say anything until I point at you.
But that's
That's
I didn't point at you.
Oh, someone's had too much coffee.
Hey,
I haven't had any coffee.
you went,
Someone's
out,
had no coffee.
you went out drinking again last night, were you?
No, that wasn't me.
No, that was
somebody
another
else.
member of staff. Well, I say member of staff. Okay, anyway,
Moving
go
on.
Yes.
Right, geek stuff. What came in this week? Comics. Very quickly, we'll come back to some of these. Wonder Woman 19, Exo Man of War number 1.
What?
Exo Man of War number
Okay.
1. Batman Beyond 6. Captain America Steve Rogers 14. Detective Comics 953. Extraordinary X-Men 20. Flash 19. Hellblazer 8. Iron Fist number 1. Suicide Squad 14. And Teen Titans number 6.
Yes.
Laughing at.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I can't say on air. Well, I'll say on air. But I can't say. I'll talk about it later.
Okay.
I've just amused myself.
Put your trousers back
Not
on.
abused myself.
I was going to say that was quick, I wasn't even I'm glad I wasn't looking.
It's rather small and insignificant.
Yeah.
Right, so stuff that came out this week. Have we all read anything? I know Adam has.
I've read stuff. I've
Yeah.
read stuff.
Yeah, I read
I
some
read
stuff.
that Punisher Dead Eye.
Bullseye.
Punisher Bullseye. That was good. I really liked it.
It was a mini-series.
Although I kind of thought it was Punisher versus Deadeye Bullseye. So I was like, shh, don't. I know you've just told me. So I was like, I got to the very nearly the end. I'm thinking, this isn't. They're not in this together. It is just a Punisher comic and then some Bullseye comics, and that's it. I was expecting it to be like a fight to the death between them, but no. It was still good though.
Is that because it had the Punisher in it?
That is a yes.
Oh,
But to be fair, I think the better story was one of the Bullseye ones. But it was the baseball one. I don't know if you read that. It was really
Don't
good,
think I have.
really good.
that reminds me. Next week,
Mhm.
we've got 61 different pops coming in.
Oh.
This is a ludicrous.
Is there a Punisher
amount.
one?
175 in total.
Mm-hmm.
One of which is the Punisher from the Daredevil TV show.
Oh, okay.
So that's coming in next week. It looks pretty cool.
Mm.
I might even buy one for myself.
How many of those are coming in?
7, I think.
I don't know. I'm not going to buy one. I don't know. What
You just want to look at it, don't
I
you?
will. Yeah. I'll look
Going
at
to
it.
look at.
Yeah. I still can't get over that one you showed me though. The model.
Yeah.
Of the Punisher. From
Yeah, that was the
Daredevil.
one.
It was incredible.
I think it was the 112. No, it wasn't the 112 collective one. It was a different one.
It was.
No, Hot Toys. That's right.
Yeah. I thought it was actual photos.
It did
from-
look like a photo,
Yeah.
didn't it?
It was. It
And
was
you have to
amazing.
do a double take. And
Yeah.
so that's a. We're
that-
back to that again.
That was
Depth
that.
charges
They're
again.
getting closer with those depth charges.
Bloody hell!
That knocks some toys off the shelf.
Those fishermen really don't like you.
No, they don't. No. There is that thing that happened.
What with the fish?
We don't talk about that.
Okay. But yes, it did look like a photo.
Yeah.
It was that realistic.
Yeah,
But that's why Hot Toys are so damn expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
We would all buy them if we could afford them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, so what else? Suicide Squad 14. Have you read it?
I have read it.
Raven, did you read it?
No.
What's
Because I
going
haven't
on?
bought it yet. It's still-
Oh, Raven has to buy his own stuff now.
Yeah. He's always had to buy his own stuff.
No. I'm just waiting for next week because I've got tons of stuff coming in. I might as well buy it all together.
Fair enough.
He's probably read it already.
He's probably read it already.
I did. I liked it. Did you like it?
I liked it.
It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Moving on. What else came out? Right, Exo, Man of War. It's for anyone that doesn't know, Exo Man of War. It's going back to the 90s, and one of the big distributors of comics in America is Valiant. They were huge in the 90s, absolutely massive, completely different from Marvel and DC. I think they were set up by Jim Shooter, who used to be a Marvel executive, but he left there and set up his own company called Valiant. They created loads of new comic characters like Bloodshot, Ninjak, Archer and Armstrong. Probably the biggest success they had was Turok, Dinosaur Hunter.
Yes. Yeah.
That went off into loads of like video games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the comic book came first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other media. So, over the last couple of years, Valiant has made a bit of a comeback, and they've relaunched everything, and they sold the movie rights to their whole universe to this big Chinese conglomerate, and they're going to start doing feature films. So the plan is start doing Valiant movies to rival the MCU, so all the Marvel movies and the DC movies. Nothing's happened yet. The first thing to come out will be a Ninjak web series that looks pretty cool. There's a trailer available for it on YouTube. It looks quite cool.
Is it live action?
Yeah, it's all live action, yeah. And it's done by Bat in the Sun Productions.
They've done some good stuff.
They've done some really good stuff, and they specialise in like superhero fights.
Yeah.
So they've done the whole web series. I'm still waiting for that to drop. Once it has dropped, I'll post it up on the group. For anyone that's listening on iTunes or YouTube, we do a Facebook group called Underpants on the Outside, where we just post up all the new stuff that's happened during the week, where we can just say whether we like it or not. Feel free to join. So that's basically what Valiant is. They've decided to relaunch Exo Man of War. I've never really read it. I haven't really read that much Valiant stuff.
No,
I haven't.
So one of the things they've decided to do is whenever we order comics, we have to order them every single month. So issue 1 will come out, and then the following month we have to order issue 2, and then it's just logical.
Yep.
One of the things that Valiant have started doing is if you order the first 3, so you're guaranteed to buy the first 3, you get a special edition of number 1, which is alright. So I decided to order a couple of issues of number 1 just to see what they were like. So we're definitely going to get issue 2 and issue 3 because we've already paid for them. And it's probably one of the best looking comics I've read in a long time. The quality of the paper's brilliant. The cover, the card for the cover is fantastic. The artwork is really, really nice. I did post a trailer up of what it looks like, and it looks really, really good. And I was going to get you lot to read it, but someone's bought the other one. So
Customers.
I know customers coming in here buying all our stuff. So I'll have to bring my one in, so I can get you to read it. But I think it's a really enjoyable read. It's good, and I really enjoyed it. And I want to start getting more Valiant stuff in, because at the moment we don't stock any of it, and we should. So that's what I read. I caught up with loads of other stuff from previous weeks, and that's about it for me. Graham, you have a list.
I went home and read a few comics that I bought today.
Okay.
Extraordinary X-Men, that's the last issue, number 20 of that run. Before it all reboots with the Resurrection.
Blue and gold.
Yep. It was just a filler issue, so you can tell they'd finished the story arc that they were doing. It's just put this filler issue out before we start off with the new stuff. Not a lot really happened in that one, as you'd expect from a filler. Uncanny X-Men 19. Psylocke does something in that because she was part of Magneto's Uncanny X-Men. So she does something in that I think is going to come back and bite her in the ass at some point.
I always liked Psylocke.
It's a good character.
I think she was one
really
of my
good character.
favourite X-Men characters.
When they relaunched it with the Jim Lee stuff in the 90s,
Yeah.
Particularly in those...
I really liked the Psylocke character. Okay, she dresses like a prostitute, but most superheroes do, I suppose. But they do, don't they?
Possibly. I don't know, I've never really thought about it that way.
They do. If you look at, that's why they changed the costumes for the film, like TV and movies. Because if you actually put them in the costumes that they wear in the comics, it would just look like a bunch of prostitutes. It's true, they would.
I suppose, yeah, it looked like they're all wandering around in swimsuits and
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
not
okay.
practical. Put it that way.
Yeah, yeah. So she does something in that I think's going to come back and bite her in the ass at some point. But I can't sort of say too much about it because it will spoil the story if anybody wants to read it that hasn't done. But yeah, it just follows Psylocke through what she's going to do towards the end of this comic issue. And again, that's the last one in that run before the reboot.
It's going to have ramifications.
Yeah, definitely. And Uncanny Avengers. I don't know how many people order that. Is it just me?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know why more people aren't buying that.
Yeah,
I
I
know-
keep saying this.
It
Yeah.
is a really
I know
good
the
comic.
reason why.
Because nobody's interested.
No, that's not true. There are people interested in X-Men. But
It's got Deadpool in it.
No. I can tell you the reason why most people don't order the X-Men comics.
No,
This is
Uncanny
the
Avengers.
Avengers.
Well,
Uncanny Avengers.
either X-Men or even Avengers. I can tell you the reason why.
Right.
Because no one knows where to start.
It is a big issue for people
Well,
who
put it
want to
this
start
way.
reading comics.
I work in a comic shop. I don't know where to start.
Yeah, but you mainly read DC though, don't you?
Yeah, but I
so you
would
don't,
read
so you're not
Easy,
up to
just
date
go
with
back
all
and
the
start
Marvel
the Jim
stuff.
Lee
Well,
stuff.
I know exactly.
That's it.
I know exactly where to start. Just read Graham's comics.
No,
Don't,
Before he
whatever you do,
Don't even
do
start
not
that.
read Graham's
don't even
comics.
start there.
If you like your fingers, don't
No.
read his comics.
Yeah, that Uncanny Avengers is really, really good. It's
I'm
got
going to
some
start
really good-
writing things down and hiding them inside Graham's comics. So when he reads them, he
Just
finds them.
notes. Look at this bit. This bit's good.
Shall I leave now?
Sorry, go on.
I'll say it a third time. Uncanny Avengers is really good.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It's the last. I think it's the last couple of episodes or story arc with the Red Skull in.
Has he still got a bit of?
Professor
Makes his
Xavier's
brain.
brain in it. Yeah. So that's what I say. It's just coming up. Everything's sort of falling into place. But also something happens in there to Cable. I won't say what, but it'd be interesting to see whether that actually translates into any of the other comics, or whether it's just something that happens to him that's just contained within the storyline in Uncanny Avengers. But
Is Uncanny Avengers carrying on after?
I believe so, yeah, because I've got issue 21 of issue 22 was in the last previews,
Okay.
and 23 as well, I believe. So as far as I'm aware, it's going to continue.
Okay.
But
I did hear that Marvel are going to cancel upwards of 16 titles.
that doesn't surprise me because what they'll do, I mean, they tend to.
I know they do it all the time.
They tend to make that an annual thing where they'll throw a load of stuff at the wall and see what sticks. Some of it falters for a little bit. I mean, because a couple of the comics that I bought recently, Fall Killer and Solo,
Yeah,
both
Fall
of
Killer.
those looked like they were going to be ongoing series. But
Yeah.
Fall Killer's finished with issue 5. Solo finished with issue 4, I think, and they were both really, really good, strong stories as well. Artwork was fantastic in it. Storylines were really good, and I was looking forward to those being
Yeah.
a decent run. But they obviously didn't sell very well.
It's almost like Marvel is running it the same way as TV studios. As in, they'll release a pilot,
Yeah,
and then you'll start to get the episodes, but if there isn't enough viewers,
Yeah.
they'll just cancel it.
well,
Yeah.
I mean that's fair enough. That's business.
Well,
if
I agree,
people
but
aren't
it
going
is
to buy the
very,
comics,
it is very, very cutthroat.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Marvel does tend to just drop things halfway through a run. And
I don't think they're as bad as that anymore because I think what they do is they'll commission a story, and if it's 4 issues, 5 issues, or 6, if they don't get the sales within the first couple of issues, they won't extend that past that one storyline. So it's not like you're reading a story and then you get, oh, hang on a minute, oh, it's just finished. Where was that going? So you do get a conclusion at the end of it.
At least you get a complete package.
It's just that, you know, my taste in comics are completely different to other people's, and obviously I was in a minority because I was buying it and other people weren't.
Yeah.
So
I've been doing that for years. I'm always buying stuff no one else likes.
Yeah, that's comics.
Yeah.
But it is annoying when you're reading something, and I've heard about it in the past where people have been buying the comics and then all of a sudden it just stops for no reason. Like, well, can we have a conclusion, please? Don't just cancel it.
Yeah, there's a few stories over the years that they've never finished.
Yeah.
Halo Jones is the first one that springs to mind. There's supposed to be 9 books. They did 3.
Yeah.
And Alan Moore said he'll never complete it.
The only one that I've got is I think it was Dreamwave Comics. They had the rights to do the Transformers comics before IDW did.
Yeah.
And there was a set of 6 a limited series that was commissioned, and they got the first 3 out, and then they went bankrupt. Issue 4 had been drafted. They'd done the covers to issue 4 and 5, and that's it. I don't know how that story ends.
Yeah.
No.
So
annoying.
Yes.
Okay. Did you read anything else?
No.
No?
No.
It wasn't a lot.
Well, I only read 4.
What have you been doing?
I read 4 comics, and I did some other stuff.
Raven, what have you been reading?
I don't remember.
See, he should have a list. He should have a list like I have.
Well, apparently he's not reading anything. He's just
He
saving it all for next week.
He told me like an hour ago what he's been reading, which is what I've just asked him.
I read the end of Superman.
Just the end of it.
Well, I've been reading the rest of it.
Just spoils it for himself. Like, oh God, I told myself what.
Why would I read just the last page?
Halfway through, just get to the end.
Yeah.
My mum does that. If she ever reads like a whodunit, or any book she reads, for that matter of fact, she will turn to the last page and read it first.
Why?
That's what she's always done. I don't know why.
That's crazy.
I know it's crazy. I don't know. But she won't read a whodunit without knowing who did it before she starts reading it. Don't ask me. I have no idea.
That's.
It's like fast forwarding the DVD to watch the last minute before you watch the film.
Oh, you know what to do, don't you? Buy your mum a whodunit book and cut the last page out.
So you're not having it until you finish the rest of the book. I've got it.
I've tried that. She won't read it.
You know what? Forget about it.
Well, I have.
Don't worry
It's
about
just
it.
the fact that you just said that that reminded me.
Yeah, just let her do it. Let her get on with it. That's all it.
Anyway, Raven, you've been reading Nightfall.
Yes. Over the past 3 years. Or however long I've had it for. It feels like forever.
No, it hasn't been 3 years. Can't be.
2 years?
Probably.
Yeah.
They're big, chunky books. Have you two ever read Nightfall?
No.
It's when they introduced Bane the first time round, and Batman got his back broken.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. I
They're
remember you telling us about
huge,
that. Yeah.
chunky books. They're massive.
I thought that happened in the first one.
Yeah, but isn't it all just pictures?
Well, comics are pictures with words, yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Are you just looking at the pictures? Are you reading it?
If I was just looking at the pictures, I would have been done by now.
He would have been done by now.
He would
What
have
he's
been
really
done
been doing is just playing Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Or The Witcher. What are you playing at the moment?
Multiple things.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know.
No.
Right, okay, moving on. Right,
Yeah.
what happened this week? Today. It might be happening
It
right
has
this
already
second.
happened. I've just had a message about it.
Dun.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm watching it now then.
About the new trailer
Yeah.
for the Justice League.
If it's on,
Apparently, it is good.
I'm watching it now.
It does look good.
But-
the pictures that I've seen so far.
Look,
guy-
Raven's actually sat
I know.
forward. He's really excited.
The guy
Colonel Davis.
the guy who's just messaged me about it says that it does seem that Cyborg is just a cheap version of Iron Man.
So?
Oh yeah, I mean he's a half robot dude. I mean, what do you want?
There's gonna be one who says they just ripped off Hawkeye. by
No,
breaking
yeah,
down.
I don't get me. Don't quote me on it. I didn't say it.
I don't know.
Right, here we go.
Comic
Are we watching it now?
Yeah.
Characters all rip-offs of other characters.
Okay, so Sam, you might want to cut this bit out then.
Apart
while
from
we,
the very
while we,
original ones, of course.
all huddle round Rob's hand.
Don't touch me.
Too late.
I'm in.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks good.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
they really, really know how to construct a trailer, don't they?
I do.
There's no Superman in that film, then.
Of course there is.
Where was he in the trailer?
He was
then?
not.
I think
present
they've
in
learnt
that
their
trailer
lesson.
at all.
No, there was not even any hint that he's going to be in it.
No.
But he
Even
is.
from the photos that they released with him in it.
Yeah.
No, from that trailer, there's no hint of him being in
I
it.
imagined him in the thing because I didn't see him in the trailer. That's why I asked. Because I thought, did I actually see him in the picture?
No,
I'm
he
sure
was
I did.
not. There was no Superman in that trailer at all.
No. Have they? No.
Which
The
is
only thing
strange.
they've shown of Superman, isn't there like a bit of the black costume? Or like Henry Cavill. He like tweeted
Tweeted a
out
black
a
S or
black,
something, didn't
yeah,
he?
black costume, and that
Yeah.
was it.
Oh,
a
yes,
black
that
bit of
was a while ago.
material.
Did he have a beard as well?
Yeah, but you didn't
There
see
was-
him in it.
Yeah, you did. You see him, like you see his head with a bit of the black
It
costume.
might have been blurred slightly.
Yeah.
Sure
but-
he had a beard.
I think they've learnt their lesson from the whole Wonder Woman thing. And
What?
So
Don't
it
spoil
wasn't-
too much.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just don't show it.
Yeah.
It's
And-
the old Terminator 2 trailer thing, isn't it? Why?
Yeah.
Why spoil the whole reveal of
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger being the good Terminator
Exactly.
in the trailer?
Yeah.
So what? Why spoil the rebirth of Superman in the trailer or whatever?
Spoilers.
Yeah. Well.
All right, we know he's coming. But that looked really good.
Yeah.
And okay, he's going to come out November the 12th or something like that.
Yeah.
So we've still got a while to wait.
Yep.
And there's bound to be another 2 trailers
I do like
between now and then.
his Batman.
But
What, Batflex?
Yeah.
he looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks really good. The one of the teasers that they did, because they've been running teasers for the last couple of days, and they did a Batman one, and it's him stood on a gargoyle,
Yeah.
and the camera's looking up at him,
Yeah.
and somebody made a gif of it and just repeated it, and it looks so good.
I really
It's
like.
like,
his
yeah,
Batman.
that hasn't been shown on film like that before.
No.
You know, this is the comic Batman.
Yeah.
Really, this is the Batman that I've been reading.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the other ones, nah, forget it. The Christopher Nolan one, no, it's rubbish. It's not Batman.
No.
And I know that's bound to upset a few people, but it's true. He's not Batman.
No.
He just shouts at people. He doesn't do any detecting.
Where is it? Yeah.
He just growls at people. doesn't he?
Yeah, and then punches them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I'm really genuinely excited about that. That looks
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go home
I'm-
and watch it repeatedly.
I'm in, definitely. But like I said, they really do know how to construct a trailer now. The
Yeah.
Wonder Woman trailer looks incredible. That one
Yep.
looks amazing.
Yep.
They really get you
And
just on the trailer.
I mean, anyone that slags that off, you're just doing it for the sake of
There's a
doing
lot
it
of stuff
now,
in there
aren't you?
now as well that makes more sense. Like that
Yeah.
bit where Barry Allen is bouncing across the room.
Yep.
It really didn't make any sense before, but now it makes a lot more sense because you see why. But I'm not gonna
I
say-
quite like Jason Momoa as Aquaman. The fact that he just doesn't care,
Mhm.
you know, and he's gonna say exactly what he thinks. You know, dressed as a bat.
Yeah, I did.
Right?
Yeah.
Or Aquaman on top of the Batmobile. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
No, that was cool.
I think he's a
And
good
then,
choice for it.
yeah,
Although
he's
he
great.
doesn't fit in with the comic version of
No, that's
Aquaman.
completely different.
I think he's a great fit for that role.
But that
Yeah.
that sort of version of Aquaman looks a lot better than the current DC comic.
Yeah,
What
But-
you mean, Jason Momoa's one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
It
going
looks-
back to exactly to what I said though. They've got to change certain things for the screen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just doesn't work.
No,
No.
You know, if you've ever watched Big Bang Theory, you know, and they dress up as Aquaman, you know, it looks pathetic.
Yeah.
I know it's supposed to look pathetic, but it really does look pathetic.
Yeah.
And hopefully, him portraying Aquaman will stop the negative, you know, stories.
Well, it may
behind
give
it.
it may give DC the push they needed to change the actual comic Aquaman
Maybe.
character, the way he is.
Could do.
You know, like Marvel did with
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury. Yeah.
And Nick Fury was always a cool character
anyway.
anyway.
Well, no, they haven't necessarily changed Nick Fury. It's a different Nick Fury.
Yeah,
it's the
okay.
original Nick Fury's son.
Yeah. Okay. All
So,
right.
but
Is it?
yeah. Did you
Oh,
not
I
know that?
didn't know that. No,
No,
not
I
know
didn't
that?
either. I thought
Yeah,
they just
the
changed.
ultimate Nick Fury, which is what they based
the
the
Samuel L.
look
Jackson
on
yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
And because it was so good and people really liked the character, what they did in the Marvel 616 universe,
Yeah.
they actually brought in Nick Fury Jr., which is Nick Fury in the Ultimate
Okay.
universe. And Nick Fury, the original one, is off doing. I think he's actually on the moon or something. He's taken over from the Watcher.
Really?
Yeah, but Nick Fury Jr. is now Nick Fury,
Okay. That makes sense.
and he hates being called Junior. And Wolverine always calls him Junior. Or well, did until he was killed. But yeah, always used to call him Junior, which he hated.
But DC could do something very similar.
Yeah,
with
they could.
Aquaman.
Well, all they'd have to do is draw
It's
him
a
with
new Aquaman.
draw him with longer hair and give him a different costume.
Yeah, I mean they do it all the time.
And then
with
he'd look a bit more grittier.
Yeah.
I think that the look definitely suits that, especially the look of the movie.
Yeah.
Because the movie is so grainy and so washed out. It looks it anyway.
And it was dark.
Yeah.
Even when it's daytime,
It's
looks
dark,
dark.
yeah.
Now for me, I love that. That's great. I love things like that.
Yeah.
I can see a lot of people complaining, going, "Oh, it's all too bloody dark still." It's not. That's exactly what it's supposed to be.
It's a Batman and
great.
Friends movie, right? I mean, no, Batman.
Yeah, but the thing is though, that if they were to do it, if they didn't do it that dark, then automatically the response would be, "Oh yeah, they're just trying to do their own version of the Avengers."
The Avengers, yeah.
And even though you've got the Justice League, which is DC, and you've got Avengers, which is Marvel, yeah, they're two different groups of superheroes. So yeah, there are going to be some similarities, but as well as I do, you get the casual person going down the cinema, and they're always going to criticise it in the wrong fashion.
Well, it's the fact the Avengers has come first, so this is always going to be compared to the Avengers now.
Yeah.
By people who go and see
that's
it.
set the bar.
Yeah, but they're the people that go and watch the thing. They don't go and buy the comics.
Yeah.
I love the fact that I know these stories, I know these characters, I enjoy these characters, and they're making the films for me.
Yeah.
Because
they're not actually.
No, they are. I sent them a letter.
Oh wow. Okay.
For so long, there's been all of these properties that they've made films based on,
Yeah.
and they've messed them up.
But going back to my issue with Ridley Scott, I think that is my biggest issue with the films that he has made recently. Prometheus being the biggest one.
You got it in again.
These were films that were made for me, but I feel they messed them up.
Yeah,
And this is why I'm worried about Blade Runner, the new Blade Runner. And although the new Alien or Prometheus sequel, whatever it is, whatever they're labelling it as, it is Prometheus 2, isn't it? Or is it? No, it's Alien Covenant, isn't it?
Alien Covenant, yeah. It's not even Prometheus. Isn't even in the title.
From everything I've seen, it does look like a sequel to Alien.
It looks like
much more.
It looks like a remake of Alien.
Yeah, it does. It really does. So I have hope for that. But I feel the same way about these films as you do about those films.
Yeah, of course.
Made for you, and sometimes you're let down.
I've explained this a lot to different people, and I come to this conclusion a long time ago, that certain movies, just because you love them, when they do a sequel or a reboot or whatever, they're not aimed at you.
No.
They're aimed at the next generation.
Yeah.
Now, I realised this when they did The Phantom Menace and they did the prequels.
Yes.
I realised very, very quickly they weren't aimed at me. They were aimed at the next generation. Raven loves them because he grew up watching them.
But you can have the happy medium.
Yeah,
because
you can.
The new ones.
I'm not
Rogue
denying
One
that. You
and
can.
what was the other one? Episode 7?
Awakens.
Force Awakens. They
But just because
feel like they're aimed at me.
Yeah, because they are.
But
just because
yeah.
you don't like a film doesn't necessarily make it a bad film.
No, and this is what I was saying again, what I was saying about my feelings for Prometheus and other movies like that. That just because I can't say it's a bad movie. It's a good movie. I just don't like it.
Yeah, because of what it represents and what it's supposed to represent.
Yeah, I mean, I can be objective and I can watch a movie and say whether I think it's a good movie, whether I think it's a bad movie, irregardless of how my feelings for all the older movies are. You know, I don't ever bring into it sentimentality and anything like that. I mean, I do, but I can discount it and be objective. But I don't want to do that. You know, these movies, I want to enjoy these movies, and unfortunately I just don't enjoy them. That one I think I'm going to enjoy.
That's going to be a midnight launch for me. I'm going for that.
I think it's definitely going to have to be a cinema release.
Yeah, that's proper epic, and it doesn't give anything away. I have no idea what the story is.
Well, it's
What?
Batman flexing his friends, isn't it? Basically, that's
Yeah,
it.
but what's the story?
I don't know.
Who's the bad guy?
One of those dudes with the eyes.
No, they're parademons.
Lex Luthor. Again, maybe.
I don't
We have
know.
the wig on this
Do
time.
we,
Yeah,
do we
yeah,
know who
yeah,
the bad
I
guy
know.
is?
Steppenwolf.
That's him.
Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Isn't that a band?
Yeah.
Yes. But it's based in Norse mythology,
Was that a question?
I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Uncle / General of Darkseid's army.
See? That's why he's here. See?
Yes. The Oracle, we call him.
Do we?
No, we've never called
You
him
might.
that. We've never called him that, but I'm going to start.
Alright, fair enough then. But yeah, I'm genuinely excited about that. That looks awesome.
I hope what they do with this one, they don't like, because the parademons will be the bad guys in this one, and then the one afterwards for Darkseid. Do you think that the sequel's not going to be as good because it'll be pretty much like the first one?
No.
No, I
What I think
it might tie them together.
Yeah, what I think there'll be, because there was a couple of shots in that with thousands of parademons, and I think this one will be thousands of parademons. They're the bad guy, and you get like a big bad at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think the next one will be Darkseid, and it'll be him.
yeah.
And you'll have parademons there, but it'll be him because Darkseid he doesn't just stand there and like lets the parademons do all the work, does he? He
Well,
gets in,
sometimes.
yeah, but he does get in there and get his hands bloody and wipes the floor with the Justice League.
I think it'll make it feel less like a sequel, more like just a continuation.
Yes.
You know, like A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. You know, the Empire is the baddies in all of those.
Also, it depends
But
on
it doesn't make them any less of a.
and it depends on what films they're going to make in the meantime.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, is the Batman movie going to get pushed back? Are they going to bring the Aquaman film forward? Don't know.
Well, I still haven't seen any concrete proof that
No,
the
there isn't
Batman's being rewritten.
There isn't any.
Oh.
Well, they haven't given any.
No.
No, but the thing is, though, films go through rewrites all the time.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
they
not
do.
And
at
it's
page
just-
one though. This is what
Conjecture.
It is conjecture,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, but who said it was page one?
Some people.
Exactly.
Someone
Yeah.
on
I
the
know.
internet.
I know.
So it's probably going for another rewrite on a couple of bits and pieces, and someone's gone, "Oh wow, this is taking so long."
I don't even think
it's
it
got to be a
is.
page one rewrite.
I don't even think it is going through any sort of a rewrite. I think people have just picked up on the fact that the Flash went back to page one,
Did it?
possibly, and they've just done it again. You know, they're naysayers, aren't they? They're just
Yeah, they're just going to poo-poo it
Yeah.
no matter what it is.
It happens when it happens.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Right, moving on. Right, today they announced that Robert Rodriguez will
Yes.
be remaking Escape from New York
with no Kurt Russell.
with no Kurt Russell. Now, John Carpenter tweeted out saying, "This is great news. He's a brilliant director." All right, I don't mind Robert Rodriguez.
He's all right.
He's done some good stuff.
He's done.
He directed my favourite horror film,
which is
From Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn,
I love
okay.
it. It's great. It's brilliant. He's done some other really cool stuff. Desperado. And then he started doing another kids' film, Spy Kids. But again, they weren't aimed at me.
No, and they're
Raven
successful.
grew up watching Spy Kids. You
They-
like Spy
they-
Kids, didn't you?
I did.
Well,
They
I
do.
did. And
They do exactly what they're meant to do. They are successful.
Yes.
It doesn't matter whether it's aimed at you or it's aimed at Raven. They
The fact that
were
there's
successful.
4 of them,
Yeah, yeah,
3 or 4,
Yeah.
proves that they were
Yeah.
successful.
yeah.
So I've got no problems with him as a director.
No, me neither.
My only gripe is I don't want him to do it. Now I know, like James posted a comment earlier after I said about this, that said that some remakes are better, like The Thing. Okay, granted, The Thing is better than The Thing from Another World. 'Cause that was
Oh,
done in
okay.
the
Sorry, I
50s.
thought you actually meant the remake of The Thing.
No, that wasn't a remake.
It was a sequel.
It was a prequel.
It was a prequel.
It was a
because the
prequel.
dog escapes at the end.
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes, you can make a
I
remake.
still like The Thing from Another World. I think it's
So
a
it was
brilliant
great.
movie.
It's a really scary film.
Oh, I know.
For a black and white film.
Yeah.
Because they're like, is he behind this door? And they open the door and he stood there.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. None of that.
the shit out of
Yeah,
it.
none of that like diversion tactics
No,
or
no,
anything.
no.
Oh no, he's not there. Oh, thank God. No, he's just there.
Yeah, just stood there.
Another what really clever thing I think they do in that movie, just to show the scale of the size of this thing they found. They can't do it back then because the models weren't there,
Yeah.
and it just would have looked like a
Cardboard cut.
cardboard cut out next to people.
It's only a model.
They had people stand around it,
Yeah.
in the snow, so you could see how big this thing was they found. I just thought that was really clever.
Yeah,
There's some
very
really
clever.
really clever things in that movie.
It's a very, very good film.
Yeah.
'Cause the first time I watched that, BBC Two was doing a season of like old 50s B movies, and it was on at like 6 o'clock.
Night of the Demon.
And yeah, they did like one movie a week, and I just started watching them. That's because I had never seen them before,
Yeah.
and I must have been about 10,
Yeah, man.
12,
Yeah.
something like that. And of course, Thing from Another World came on. It's bloody scary.
Yeah, man.
It's really scary. And
Yeah.
you're surprised it's that scary
Yeah.
for that time of day, but it's a U.
I know.
Actually, if you buy it, it's a U certificate. Have you ever seen it?
Yes.
I probably made you watch it.
But yeah, you're right. Anyway, going back.
Watch this, it's good.
Going back to it, you are right. The Thing is one of my favourite movies.
Yes, brilliant.
And it is a great remake.
Yes, it is. So, they're doing Escape from New York. I'm a bit miffed because I don't want them to do a remake.
No,
Didn't have to watch it.
I quite agree. Again, it's not aimed at me. I realise that.
You
I've still
never
got
know.
the original. It's not.
you
But
never know.
I'll be pleasantly surprised if it is. By all means, make it like that. That'd be great. It's like The Rock redoing Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
No! You can't remake Big Trouble in Little China. That's a terrible idea.
He's a massive fan of Big Trouble in Little China.
I know, but that's not the reason to remake it.
I agree 100%.
The reason why Big Trouble in Little China was so good was because it had Kurt Russell in it. The same fact that the reason why Evil Dead is so good
Yeah,
is
Bruce
because it's got Bruce Campbell in it.
Yeah.
You take him out,
Well, they have remade Evil Dead.
and it was.
I quite liked it,
but
but I
You
like
crop films.
I like films that I'm well known for it, like in horror movies.
I like films,
Yeah.
not unless they step on something that I love though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a
then it's
massive.
bad.
I'm a massive fan of Evil Dead, but Evil Dead seems like a very open thing to just go and make a remake on. I mean, they remade their own movie because it wasn't scary; it was funny. So they remade it more funny.
So yeah, Escape from New York. I'm openly optimistic, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Well, I mean, at least wait to see who the cast is. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, who could play Snake Plissken? I know Gerard Butler was like branded about a few years ago. This is one of those films that's been on the remake horizon for years, and I mean years and years and years. Oh, we're going to remake Escape from New York. Why? Don't know.
Because we can.
Because we can.
Yeah.
It still might not happen just because it's got a director attached to it. Still doesn't mean that they'll do it.
No.
And now I also read that the Screenwriters Guild in America has called for another strike.
Yeah.
And the last time that happened, loads of stuff got shelved.
Yeah.
So all this stuff that we're talking about at the moment might actually not get made at all.
No.
Don't know.
And that happened. It was Heroes, wasn't it? It wasn't Lost. We were talking about this earlier.
Oh, was it Lot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And
it was Heroes.
It was like season 3 of Heroes.
Yeah.
Or something that it happened during, and that just was weird.
Yeah.
It went down. I think it went from what they do normally 12 episodes a season, 20 episodes a season, or
It was
something.
20.
It just
I think.
halved it.
Yeah,
I
it
think.
just halved it straight away. But it affected everything, didn't it?
Yeah. Loads of movies just got. And never got made.
Never got made because the window of opportunity had bypassed and funding fell through and
Actors were off doing other things. Studios were booked up.
Yeah. No, it's a bad idea. All right. So what else? The Pro.
Yes.
Have you ever read The Pro?
No.
No.
I recognise the artist though.
I can't remember who wrote it. Oh, sorry, who drew it. The writer was Garth Ennis.
Yeah.
Now I've said it before. Anything that Garth Ennis writes, I will buy.
Yes.
Because I think he's fantastic. It's great.
Yes.
The Pro is a one-shot. It was done by Image Comics, and the story revolves around a woman in New York, I believe, who gets superpowers. I can't even remember how she gets the superpowers. I haven't read it for a couple of years.
Bitten by a spider.
No, it might have been a meteor or something like that.
Gamma ray.
Probably. So you're just naming Marvel ones now, aren't you?
Parents killed in an alley.
Yeah, her parents were killed in an alley by a radioactive spider
from Mars.
riding a
Gamma
meteor.
ray.
Which came from a planet that blew up.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so she lives in New York and she develops superpowers, and she decides to use the superpowers to help her in her day job. And her day job is she's a prostitute. So
Right.
she's a superpowered prostitute.
But back to prostitutes
I
again.
know.
I know. There's a
I know.
recurring theme here.
Something. Yeah, I know. I thought
But-
that before he even started talking about it because I knew he was going to talk about it.
What,
But-
prostitutes?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Well, the second time I didn't know he was going to bring it up the first time, but I knew he was going
It's
to
a
talk.
bit bizarre.
I knew he was going to talk about this.
Segue that in straight.
Yeah.
Shut up! But I forgot what I was going to say now. Anyway, right, it's not a massive comic. They've only just done one issue.
So it's not a trade size.
No, it's even smaller than that. It was
Oh,
like
okay.
a one shot, and then
Yeah.
they did like an 8-page add-on story afterwards,
Yeah.
where she comes up against another prostitute with superpowers,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's like, what's the goddess called with the 8 arms?
Oh,
Sinbad fought her. Kali.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like that,
Oh.
but she's got 8 arms. So you can imagine what she does with 8 arms at the same time.
Counts her money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really funny. It's a really funny book. And they've decided that Paramount has bought the movie rights to it. And to prove how good it is, it's on its 8th printing. They keep selling out.
Paramount
and they
has
have to
bought the movie rights.
Yep.
How are
There's
they going to sell
going to
that
be
one?
a movie. I don't know. But I think it goes back to Deadpool and Logan.
Oh,
and
yeah, I suppose,
You've
yeah.
got R-rated films based on comics and people are going to watch them. But it's funny. You should read it. I'll hook it out, actually, and I'll let you read it because it's genuinely funny.
Cool. I'll read it.
I probably won't go to the cinema to watch it, but
No.
I'll definitely watch the movie.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
good. Right, what else? Bernie Wrightson died.
Who?
Bernie Wrightson died.
Yeah, I heard. That wasn't what I didn't mean.
Right,
who.
he was an artist. I grew up reading some of his stuff. He did Batman the Cult,
Okay.
which I think is one of the best Batman stories ever. It's great. It's very, very dark,
Mhm.
very, very twisted. It's like a horror story, but with Batman in it.
Mhm.
There's a bit where Batman disappears for weeks at a time, and Robin has to go and find him, and he tracks him down to the sewer.
I thought he was going to say tracks them down to a pub.
Or prostitutes.
Or a
Like,
prostitutes, no.
With
So you turn
powers.
in the page.
Superpowers.
So you turn the page over, and Robin's like walking along, and his flashlight goes off, and he keeps flickering, and he keeps walking along, and he starts tripping over things, and then he finally gets it working, and you turn the page over, and there's Batman, and he's just sat in this pool in the sewer, surrounded by all these corpses, and he's just sat there rocking backwards and forwards, and it's a really scary image. It's a proper whoa, haven't seen Batman do that before. Basically he gets brainwashed by this cult, and they discard him, and then he has to come back from being brainwashed to defeat the cult. It's a really good story. Also he did a Punisher story called POV,
Okay.
which was a 4-part Prestige. You remember those?
Yeah.
Used to do nice card
Yeah,
covers.
yeah.
That's a really good story as
Oh,
well.
I
bought
might
these.
chase that one down.
It's hard to get. I don't even think they print it anymore.
Was that
What was it called? POV.
POV.
was that
Yeah.
printed Marvel imprint Epic?
I don't know.
Was that
I
a Marvel
bought
imprint?
it.
Was it?
Yeah.
Epic.
I bought them when I was like 18. It's going back a few years. He's also done or did a lot of Swamp Thing. He's quite well known for that type of
Right.
look. But he's a brilliant artist. He was really, really talented. And it's just a
Are you
shame there isn't
looking
going to
or
be
is
any
that
more.
I'm looking for this.
Football.
No, Marvel.
Oh.
For the
Just
POV.
put Punisher POV. You'll find it. But it looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it was a good story as well. It's one of those, like with the cult and POV, I go back and I've reread it countless times. You know, my copies are looking a bit dog-eared because I've read them so many times. But they're good.
That's the sign of a good comic, though.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Like my Watchmen's fallen to pieces because I've read it numerous times.
Sacrilege. Look
What?
after 'em.
Yeah,
I
they
read
do look after him, but it just...
Dog-eared comics. No.
Anyway, it's just a shame that he died. Right, what else happened? Have you two heard about Batman Dark Days?
No.
No.
You should have, because I posted it all up.
Probably then.
You chose to ignore
That
it.
means nothing. No.
Right, we heard rumours months ago that the big epic crossover, this like summer event for this year for the DC universe, was going to be centred on Batman. And the word that they were using was metal. So we knew that it was Batman Metal or Metal Batman. That's all we knew. That's all they said. We don't even know if that's correct, but we know that it's Batman centric. So they announced they're going to do 2 one-shots called Batman Dark Days, and they've given the first cover, which is a small Batman looking up in disbelief at this huge statue of an armoured Batman. It is an armoured. It's like a suit of armour, isn't it?
Mm.
So it's like him wearing a suit of armour, but it's in a smashed up city. I assume it's Gotham, but there's all these like people strung up underneath him. So it's like Batman's turned into this mental dictator, a bit like the Hulk in Future Imperfect.
Right.
Yeah, looks a lot like that. So we've got one image that's drawn by Jim Lee. So you'll want it.
Stop laughing over there, you.
And so we've got these 2 comics coming out, right? And these are going to act as a prelude to this big summer event thing that they're going to do.
All right.
Now, next week, I think there's Emerald City Comic Con.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the big Comic Cons in America. And what they're going to do is, this is when they unveil it. This is when they're going to start talking about it and say exactly what it is. And they're going to live stream the whole thing. And it's on a Sunday. So we'll know more about it then.
Mm.
But it looks really cool. Well, I say that, it's just one image. But it looks like a cool image at the moment.
Right.
But I'm looking forward to it. It should be good fun. Yeah.
Mm.
Right. Anyone else got anything to say?
Marvel Generations.
Go on then.
That's been put up on Underpants on the Outside a couple of times.
Yes, it has.
Marvel have now told us what it's all about.
Go on then.
It'll be 10 team-up stories that will have new and original versions of certain characters. So in the Marvel Universe at the moment, there are a few characters a few people which have names that other people have had. So
Yeah.
you've got Captain Marvel, Nova, Hawkeye, yeah,
Wolverine,
Jean Grey,
Hulk.
yeah. So it'll be team-ups between those 2 people that have got the same character name. But I can't quite work out how they're going to do that, because some of the original ones are dead. Like Wolverine, Jean Grey, Hulk, Nova. So I'm not quite sure how they're going to work that one in, but apparently, yeah, it's the original artwork that we've seen so far has been drawn by Alex Ross.
Yes.
And anything that he's drawn always comes out quite well. So it
Yes.
might be a good one to...
They're also
look
all
up.
being written by writers that are attached to those characters.
Yes, so each one...
But they haven't announced any artists yet.
No, but they yeah, like you say, each one of those is... These team-ups are being written by different people.
Yeah.
And they're going to have different artists as well. So you're not going to get... delays or anything else like that, and it doesn't even say whether these are interlinked or whether they're just standalone.
Yeah, exactly. That was going to be my question.
So,
is it one big story,
don't
or
know.
is it literally just let's do a story for the sake of doing it?
No idea. I mean, it don't even know whether it's going to be 10 issues or whether there's going to be 2 stories per comic or whether it's going to be a big epic. But
Dunno.
it does look quite good.
Are you going to be getting them?
I think I might have to. Once more information drops about it, then I'll look at it. But if I don't get them all, there'll be certain ones that I will definitely be getting.
See, if they were to do it with like a prestige format, make them all look gorgeous, then I think we'd probably shift a few.
Yeah.
They probably won't.
No.
I don't know. We'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Don't know. Right, you got anything else?
Nope.
Has anyone else done anything?
Do we want to talk any more about Iron Fist?
I finished it.
I haven't. I'm about halfway through, I think.
You were about halfway through last week.
No, I'd only just started it last week. I'd only watched episodes.
We
one.
were halfway
Oh
through
yeah, that's
last
right.
week.
Yeah.
Have you finished, Graham?
Yeah.
Thoughts? Good, bad?
I really liked it.
Right,
I'm going to say I am really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's
what
really
episode are you up to?
6,
Right.
7.
I got to episode 5.
I didn't see this thing you were talking about. This bit where they switched it and they just went in a different thing. I didn't see it.
I got to episode 5.
Are we going to spoil up to there anyway? Should we give a warning? Spoilers. There could be spoilers.
Mate, potential spoilers.
Yeah.
Depends if we wrap it on.
Yeah.
Got to episode 5, and I thought to myself, it's not really going anywhere. It's not really,
Yeah.
Why are you showing me these people? I don't care about a corporate brother and sister.
No.
I don't give a
No.
They're not pivotal to the story at the moment.
No.
All they're doing is getting in the way of the story for me. So I wasn't really enjoying it. But then you get to episode 6, and it starts off with a guy singing karaoke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just in those opening moments,
I know. Yeah.
I went, ooh,
Yeah.
this has changed.
Yeah. I see that. Yeah. That was
And-
definitely they selected a different gear then.
Yeah, it's almost like it shifted. And so it carried on, and obviously the credits come up, and it was directed by the RZA, who's done an awful lot of stuff in the past. So the whole story was very Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
And no, it's not Enter the Dragon. What's the one where Bruce Lee goes up against? Is it the Big Boss? He's in a tower, isn't he? He has to go up to each level, and it's got a different fighter on it.
Yeah, I know what you
Sounds like
mean.
an old computer game to me.
Yeah, it was Kung Fu Master.
I know what you mean.
It was based on a Bruce Lee film.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Anyway, it was like that. So he has to fight different, opponents. And it was at that point I thought, all right, it's fine. Finding its stride. I might actually start to enjoy this now. So I sat there and I watched the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah. I'm getting the feeling that I'm probably going to come out of this with the same sort of feeling that you have, which
I'm
is
glad I watched it.
it's all right.
I ain't going to rush back and watch it again.
No.
Now I would go back and rewatch Daredevil again.
I think I probably would, and Jessica Jones, probably.
Yeah, but I won't go back and watch Luke Cage or this again. But I'm not saying that it's bad.
No.
And
Is
I'm
it really?
I'm looking forward to the Defenders a
Defenders,
lot.
yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that. I'm not not as much as the Punisher one, but yeah, it was alright. It was good.
Yeah.
It did suffer from why on earth are you doing that?
It suffered from the same thing that all of these TV shows suffer from. It is 4 episodes too long.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
8 episodes, I think, would be perfect.
Well, that's 5 then.
Oh, so how many
It's
is
13.
it? Oh, is it? Okay, so maybe. Well, I mean, still say 4 episodes. I think there's enough in there that you can lose 4 episodes worth.
It was a bit stretched, and there was a couple of fights that you've still got to see. Without spoilers, there's a bit where they go to China.
A Drunken Master. I've just finished that bit.
Right. They go to China, and it's obviously America.
Yeah.
It just looks pretty damn ropey.
Yeah.
The acting and the choreography in that is a bit.
Yeah.
And you can see that they're just not punching each other.
No.
And this British guy is doing. Is he a British guy?
What, he sounds very British.
He does sound very
strange
British.
accent.
Very
Yeah, I know.
strange.
I was trying
yeah.
to work out. Hang on, what accent is that?
Right,
Is that
yeah.
is that Chinese?
But
I
Is
think
that-
it's
is
a
that American?
Chinese English.
Yeah.
It sounds like
Which
he's
is
Chinese,
fine.
but he's learned English.
But he's obviously doing Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Anyone that's seen Drunken Master will just instantly see what he's doing. And okay, there's most people that are watching this that have never seen Drunken Master, but that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You know, to the point where I'm not even buying this anymore because it's just a complete rip-off. But it was all right.
No, I really
it's
enjoyed
still
it.
better than half the stuff out there.
Yeah.
It could have, for me personally, it could have just been a bit better. Really.
Yeah. It just could, for me, it could just be a bit tighter and more fast-paced, I think.
Yeah, if you're going to go to the extreme of... There's a bit where the father
Yeah.
is got 2 corpses.
Yes.
Have you seen that bit?
Yes.
And that's gory as hell.
Yeah.
That's really gory when he's smacking him in the face.
I've got to
with a
say
hammer.
as well,
Right?
he was one of my favourite characters.
Right.
He
was pretty
he's
good.
from Lord of the Rings.
Yes,
right?
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Boromir's brother.
Is he a character in the Marvel Universe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Still know nothing about
No, I don't.
Danny Rand and Iron Fist, really. I know that he is an American born. He was born in New York. I know that he is a middle class or upper class white kid from New
Yeah.
York.
But-
That's all I know.
The point I'm trying to make is if you're going to go to the extreme of having those scenes in there,
Yeah.
so it's obviously based at a mature and adult audience, well, do the rest of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Make
and
the
if
fight
you're going to go
scenes-
Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
then do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
don't just go half-hearted and then just put a bit of gore in it. You know, just do it properly.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. If it was like 4 episodes shorter,
There's
it
just a
would have
few
been
things
that
like
much
the
better.
first few episodes. There's no point. They're going to be spoilers now. I mean, the first few episodes. There's no point in dragging this. Is he? Isn't he? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we know he is because we're watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just get that out of the way.
Yeah.
You don't need to see. Although I I really love the idea of him in New York City walking around like a homeless dude, no
Yeah.
shoes, beard. I loved it.
Yeah,
I thought it was really good. You don't need to stretch it out for 2-3
No,
episodes.
the point I was trying to make last week was the whole. He comes back and he's like, "No, you're not who you say you are. Kick him out."
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, he is who he says he is, but we don't want him to have our company.
No,
so
yeah.
we're now the bad guys."
Yeah. I know.
And it's, oh, actually, no, we're not the bad guys. Now we're the good guys.
Yeah.
And then, no,
There was a lot of
we are the bad guys.
Yeah, there,
you know,
there was a lot of
come
flip
on.
flopping, wasn't there?
And you don't need it.
No, you don't.
You don't need it. There's much more of a story to be told than that.
Yes. And I was more interested in the other place where he went.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I wanted more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, finish watching it. See what you think.
I mean, I think that it's really well cast. I think he makes a really good Danny Rand.
He was all right.
Again,
he
I
did
know
suffer a
nothing-
bit from naivety, but whether or not that was the way it was written or that's what his character
I mean,
is
I know
supposed
nothing
to do.
about him from the comic side, but he seemed okay.
I've
I like
never read
the
Iron
person what was her name? His girlfriend in it. That girl.
Oh, she's daughter of the dragon.
Lord of the Rings. No, Game of Thrones girl.
Oh, what?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, she's one of the daughters of Prince Oberon.
What?
You know the 3 Scorpion girls or whatever they're called. The Sands.
Yeah.
She's one of those.
Was she?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah,
You sure?
absolutely.
Have you been
Colin
stalking
Wynn?
people
A
again?
little bit, yes.
The woman that played Colin Wynn
Yes, she
was
was
one of the Sand Snakes.
one of the Sand Snakes. Yes.
You look like your brain's hurting.
You look like you don't believe me.
No, yeah, I don't believe you.
Oh, fight!
I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to fight.
I'm not, I'm,
He will Google. He'll say bonjour Google.
I'm not saying.
He'll ask it, and
I'm not saying that you're.
he's going to do it for you now.
I'm not saying.
No,
that,
I'm
I'm
not.
not saying that you're telling lies.
No.
I just in my head, I don't believe you.
No, I didn't believe it either
So I'm gonna.
because she looks totally different.
She looks very
Have a look.
Americanised.
Have a look.
Oh, I can't be bothered typing it.
Oh,
you have a look.
my phone's dead.
You look it up next week. Right, we've got
I'll
to
look
move
it up
on
when I
anyway,
get
because we're
home.
running out of time.
I'm going to look at it when I get home.
Right, we're running out of time. Right, moving on. Read of the week.
Yes,
Papergirls.
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 For some reason, and I never put 2 and 2 together. I saw the cover. They were on
Yeah.
a bike, and it's called
Yeah.
Papergirls. I didn't know what they were doing. They were
I know.
actually delivering newspapers.
Yeah, when I actually opened it, I'm like, oh, I get it now.
I was actually going to say I didn't know they were going to be female paper boys, but that would be bad. So I didn't say
So,
that.
The reason why this came about is because it's been at the top of the trade paperback list.
It's been number 2 for.
It's been number 2 for the last 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, why is everyone buying this then? Because I didn't know anything about it. I didn't have a clue. So I deliberately got a couple of copies in just so we could read it, just so we could review it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. It's very Stranger Things. It's got a Goonies
It really
twist
does
to it.
have that kind of feel to it.
Even like parallel dimension aliens.
It reminded me of any of those shows.
Yeah,
The
all of that
Explorers,
stuff.
the Goonies, Stranger
Yes.
Things, any of those old shows where teenage kids, or maybe a little bit younger than teenage kids.
I think they were
did
supposed to be like 12 and
stuff.
13.
Yeah,
in this.
12. Yeah.
And it's also it was adult as well. It does
Yeah.
deal with adult themes.
Mm-hmm. Alcoholism.
It's very well written.
Yes.
I even
It's
enjoyed
really well
the
written.
artwork. It was quite cartoony.
I
It was
recognise
stylized
the artist.
cartoony.
I recognise it from somewhere.
But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good, which is one of the reasons why I got you three to read it, because I wanted to find out.
I thought it was great. I read it this morning. It totally took me by surprise how good it was.
Because I didn't know anything about it. I think all
nothing.
4 of us went in knowing nothing about this.
Nothing at
whatsoever.
all, and it sneaks up on you every time. It kind of releases little bits of information to you as you're reading it.
Yeah.
And it changes what you think you're reading.
Yes.
So all of you just kind of think you're reading a normal. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Then it's a Goonies or something
Yeah.
like that.
And
then
you
all of a
start
sudden it's like
formulating your
Stranger
own
Things.
opinions.
Yeah.
As you oh, it's this then. Oh,
Yeah.
hang on. No, it's not that. It's this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, Raven. What did you think?
I really enjoyed it. Didn't see what was coming really.
No.
It was an interesting read really.
So you liked it?
Yeah.
Because you don't really read that many Image comics. You're set in your ways. You like DC stuff, and that's what you read. The only reason why you read other stuff is because I
Make you
read it. I do. That's it. I like read this, and he's like, "Oh, do I have to?" Yeah, read that, and then he goes, "That was really good. I like that." So, would you read more?
How many more is there?
There's at least one more trade
volume.
paperback.
Yeah.
But if it's one that just keeps on going and going.
I don't even think it's solicited.
I think there's 12 issues in total. There's a 12.
I'd be
issue
interested in reading the second trade.
Okay. So you'd read the second one?
Yeah.
I might do that then. I might get a couple more in for the week. Go on, Graham. I've waited you till last.
Yeah,
I'm
you've
deliberately
interested.
not told us what you thought of this all day. Go for it. What did you think?
I thought it was brilliant.
Excellent.
And I purposefully didn't say anything because I knew in the back of your mind you're going to go, he hated that.
I didn't think I didn't think you would like it.
I
He
didn't
definitely-
think you would like
He
it.
definitely hated that. He's not said anything about it because I personally, when I brought it back in, I put it on the counter and didn't
Yeah.
say a word
No.
because I knew that if I said anything, it would either. Yeah. No, I really enjoyed it. When I looked at the front cover, I thought, what on earth?
It
has he
doesn't
got me
sell
to-
itself, does
What
it?
has
It
he got me
really
to
doesn't.
read
It's
this
a
week?
pink cover. It's a pink cover. There's teenage girls on BMXs.
One
Yeah.
with a fag in her mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then when I read the back, it's like 12-year-old girls delivering papers. Like, what?
Yeah. It
I
doesn't
didn't. I
give you
didn't
any
even read the
clues.
blurb. I
Yeah.
just went
No,
straight
I
in.
went straight in. Yeah.
And so, all right, okay. And I'm reading it.
It's the same
And
thing.
I'm
What the
reading-
hell has
and I'm-
Rob
and
got
I'm-
me
and
reading?
I'm reading it, and before
It's finished.
That was really good. Hey, hang on. So first thing I did, straight on the internet. Well, where's this going? There is a second volume.
So it was just
So-
a 12-issue arc.
Yep. Which is spread over 2 trades.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to know what happened.
It's
Yeah.
definitely out.
Because
I'll order a couple.
I think the thing that it really has going for it is how well written it is.
Yeah.
Because it, like you said, I didn't even realise, and I was on the final pages.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just boom. It went through
Well,
for it.
the fact that it's been so high up the charts for a couple of months proves that so many people are ordering this.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it advertised. That was literally the only place that I have seen it.
Yeah.
And I've bypassed it in preview so many times.
Yeah.
Well, at least a year.
Yeah.
And just skipped it.
It's one of those very rare mixes of fantastic art and really, really good writing.
Yeah.
And it just the artwork really suits the story.
Yeah, it's a nice package.
It
Yeah,
draws
very
you
good.
in, and you're just following exactly what's going on,
Yeah.
and you sort of hang on a minute, where's this going now? And like
Yeah.
you said, it's got different vibes in it, like
Yeah.
supernatural. Maybe
Well, it starts off just like any
that's
day-to-day, story that could be anything.
Yeah.
Flips into like teenage girls together doing something, so it's like the Goonies, that kind of thing. And then all of a sudden a bit supernatural, and then really weird. I mean, it just goes off the scale.
I mean, there's even like elements of like Big Trouble in Little China in there.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot like
And
that.
and it really made me think of Clockwork Orange as well.
Really?
Just the way that those things speak.
Oh yeah.
They have that really weird speech. It's like,
Right, did you all try reading that?
No.
yeah.
As in trying to ascertain as to is this just gibberish or were they actually trying
Oh
to...
no, not those. I mean the things on the flying things.
Oh yeah, of course.
No, but
skip past the story.
But every single start of every issue, there's a little bit of that written on the cover.
Yes.
So that it is.
I
I
saw
think.
that.
I think that
Is it translatable?
I
then?
think it's translatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out in the second one. Now the second one is out. Now quite why number 1 is so high up the charts and number 2 isn't. Probably
Maybe
one
people
of
have just started picking up.
one of
number
the thing that Image is very, very good at is all of their number 1s for their trade paperbacks are £5 cheaper.
Yeah.
For all of them. Even if they're the same size, they're
Right.
£5 cheaper.
Hook you in.
Hook
Yeah,
you in.
yeah.
The only exception being is The Walking Dead. Now The Walking Dead used to be £5 cheaper, and they realised because they were selling so many, they put the price up.
Right.
But
Sort of makes
just to
sense.
put things into perspective, 1 out of every 3 comics that Diamond sell,
It's Image.
yeah, is Walking Dead.
Yeah.
That's how many trade paperbacks they sell.
Yeah.
It's an obscene amount. So a third of all of their business is Walking Dead trade paperbacks.
Bloody hell.
You talk. What the hell was that?
I don't know.
Come from over there, didn't it?
No, it was over there. So you're talking an obscene amount of money
Yeah.
that they're making from The Walking Dead. This is why there's a TV show. This is why it's entered into the collective consciousness of the universe.
Yeah.
But if you're all in agreement, because I want to find
Yeah,
out, what
I want to
happens
read the
next,
second part.
I'll order some
Yeah.
couple more,
Do it.
and then we'll do another read of the week then.
Yeah.
So next week's read of the week is we're going to do Old Man Logan.
Yes.
How many issues is it, Raven?
I think 7.
Is it 7?
I think so.
Okay, so this is the first mini-series.
That was
They
printed
did?
Yeah,
in
it was
the
printed
Wolverine.
in. It was printed in Wolverine
Yeah.
comics.
That's
So
right.
they sort of stopped, did a certain story arc,
Yeah.
and then just bang went into Old
Okay.
Man Logan, which was a bit of a shock really when I was reading it. It's like, what the hell is this?
Okay. So we're going to read that this week for next week.
Yep.
I've never read it. I'm
Me
quite
neither.
looking forward to it. Bit of a spoiler. Raven's already read it, and he said it was one of the best Marvel stories he's ever read.
It's really good.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, but he hasn't read many Marvel stories because he's,
That is true.
He's a DC fan, isn't he?
because he's a DC fanboy.
But you gave me
He
some
is.
homework to do, didn't you, last week?
Did I? What
Yeah, to do with Old Man Logan. To find out what.
Oh, where?
Oh, yeah, go on.
Yeah, because.
I think you went a bit above and beyond, though, didn't you?
Well, no, it did not really.
Well, yeah,
It's
because
just-
you found
it's-
him and then
it's-
bought the
it's-
issue.
It's just, it's just how I roll.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because
What else can we get to buy?
I know.
Marvel have got different universes, so you got standard Marvel
Right.
universe.
So my homework for
616.
you was what universe
Yes,
was Old Man Logan in?
which is Earth 807128.
How
So
do you
why
know?
they Wikipedia? How they?
Bonjour, Google.
Yeah. Who?
Bonjour, Google.
Who's he then?
Mr. Google.
Oh, right,
He's,
okay.
he's in.
He's French, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. Not in my house.
All right.
Oh, it's like that, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite why they've designated it that number, I've got absolutely no idea. I don't know whether there's any significance to that numbering, but. It's
Well, you
strange.
could have looked that up.
Well, there isn't
You
anything
Google
that
that.
says it.
You could have made it up.
Is it a phone number?
But yeah, but I did find out that Old Man Logan didn't first appear in that Wolverine story arc. He actually first shown in Fantastic Four issue 558. but he was known as the Hooded Man.
Okay.
In so at the very last panel, the very last page, he's on there, but it doesn't look like Old Man Logan.
Huh.
So it may have skipped quite a few people.
And how much did you buy it for?
I've bought it relatively cheaply because I think the person that was selling it didn't realise what they had. But I can
Swindler.
I can imagine that as more and more people jump on the bandwagon with comics and certain characters, they'll find out that that was his first appearance.
Yeah.
So I can imagine that comic
Yeah,
going
but
up
all
in
right.
price
Did you
quite a
buy
lot.
it to flip it, or did you buy it because you wanted it?
No, I bought it because I wanted it because it was
That's
the
fair
first
enough then.
appearance.
I'm
Okay.
not sure Graham could ever buy a comic to flip.
Have you ever done that?
I don't think he could.
I've got one that I'm going to flip.
Oh, which one is it?
Rebirth. I bought-
Really?
Yeah, I bought two.
Oh, you did buy two,
I
didn't
bought
you?
two because I bought one on your recommendation.
Yeah,
And then you found a couple that were behind the counter
yeah.
that have been stashed away there.
I know who bought the other one of them.
Do you? Who
Yep.
did that?
Me.
Ah,
So I could flip it.
Hey.
Yeah, but to be fair, I have got 4 copies of Rebirth
Yeah.
wow.
because I
You need
bought
four.
I bought all the variants as well. Right. Okay. So moving on quickly. What's coming in next week? All new X-Men 19, X-Men Prime #1,
Yes.
Booster Gold Flintstone special.
Oh no!
Jesus.
Now I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to read that.
Booster Gold was one of my favourite characters back in like the Justice League of America days, like in
Booster Gold's
1990s.
fantastic.
Booster Gold and the Blue Beetle
Yeah,
together
brilliant team up.
were great.
They're brilliant. Right, Dark Knight 3 Master Race #8. Finally, nearly there. Deadpool Mucks for Money #9. The Green Lantern Space Ghost special.
Oh dear. More too
Nah.
much.
Harley Quinn Little Black Book #6. This has been a year and a half. This is like a 6-issue mini-series, and it's been a year and a half.
Wow.
I was going to say I don't remember
It's
anybody saying anything about
bi-monthly.
number 5.
It's bi-monthly, but this has been...
Well, this is going to be like the best team up out of all of them.
Well, yeah, it's going to be the best one, but it's taken like a year and a half to come out.
Yeah.
Inhumans Prime #1.
Mm.
Are you getting that one, Graham?
No,
Right.
it's not X-Men, is it?
All right. Old Man Logan #20, and Suicide Squad Banana Splits special,
No.
You
which
are
I'm going to
having
read
a
as well.
laugh.
No, I had to show Raven what the Banana Splits was earlier because he hadn't heard of it.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Yeah. And on that bombshell,
So that's the big stuff that we've got coming in next week. There's loads of other little bits and pieces. So I think that's pretty much it.
yes.
Remember to join Underpants on the Outside.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I think we're done, aren't we?
Yeah.
I need to cash up and go home, really.
I need to go home and play The Witcher. More.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've done
I've
nothing.
been playing
boring,
Mafia 3.
What did you think?
I like it.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
It's very, very good.
Yeah.
It's pretty violent.
Yeah.
And
It's a really good story.
It's got lots of naughty language in it.
Yes, it does. Probably period accurate language.
And the fact that you can run around and get collectibles like Hot Rod magazine and album covers.
that is one of my
and
biggest thing with computer games like that.
Playboy
the
magazines.
collectibles.
And then once you collect them,
And they're
you
actually actual covers.
Yeah, but like with the Playboy magazines, you can actually read them. There's the articles and there is photos.
Yeah.
And then I realised at the bottom of the screen, it allows you to zoom in and out.
Yeah. And they're the actual magazines.
Yes, they are the actual magazines.
Yeah.
But the detail is spectacular.
Yeah, it's great.
It's very, very good. So I've been running around doing that. I've been enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Is this where the prostitute bit come in?
I think maybe.
No, I don't think there is any prostitutes in there.
Don't know.
There is in GTA, but I haven't seen any. Hey, don't be that. You've been playing GTA a lot.
Yeah, well, yeah, I have played
Yeah.
GTA. a fair
Playing
bit.
certain bits repeatedly, are you? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh God! Do we really have to have this conversation?
No.
I know Raven does it.
Does he?
See?
All right, let's go home.
That's it. Done. Finished.
See you
That
later.
bombshell.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.